Good evening and welcome to our special show as we lead up to the launch of Apple's latest iPhones, iPhone 7 and 7 Plus. They're launching today in India from 7 p.m. onwards. Unlike in the US, it's not a midnight launch. The new phones have been up for pre-order online via select retailers and e-tailers like Flipkart for some time now. The iPhone 7 starts at a range of 60,000 rupees for the base 32 GB variant and goes all the way up to a whopping 92,000 rupees for the top end 256 GB version of the iPhone 7 Plus. All right, with us is Sahil Gupta. He's the editor of Gizmodo India. Thanks very much, Sahil, for being here with us. And we also have Gaurav Upreti with us in our studio. My colleague Shivan, who is going to be joining us with a few excited people who apparently are already lining up to get their hands on the iPhone. Gaurav, so I'll let you open the conversation. Which one would you buy? Already you have these phones with you. Which one looks like a good one? And why should anyone buy it, for that matter?
Well, that's the age-old question, why somebody needs to buy an iPhone 7. But then it's like iPhone is an iPhone, and yeah, people find reason to buy it. So what we have is the biggest model. This is a 7 Plus, 256 GB, right? And yeah, so this is how it's going to look like. It's jet black and fantastic. Again, I think Apple is doing a fantastic job. And this one costs 92,000 rupees. So
okay, can you just hold that up for us?
Yeah, so this one, that's the problem with it. It's too black, too shiny, so it's going to be attracting those fingerprints.
Okay.
This is the screen, by the way.
Okay, and as you hold that up, Sahil, can you please explain to me why should anyone pay 92,000 rupees for this phone that you hold in your hand right now?
First of all, as many would sort of already realize, Apple hasn't boldly redesigned the phone. In fact, these two new colors, black and jet black, are the new two colors on these phones, and especially on the jet black model, Apple has implemented a new 9-process polishing finish, which is first in the industry, and it also helps sort of hide the antenna line. So in terms of build quality, this is absolutely the Rolls Royce of smartphones out there. So if you are in for that kind of a thing, then that's why you're buying this.
What do you think? Do you think iPhone has enough this time? Because there have been incremental changes, but I know the figures that we get, the sales are not that what they used to be. They're still slow and gradually they're picking up. But
the thing about the iPhone is that in markets like the US, it's already a mature product. It sells a lot. It accounts for around 60% of Apple's revenues. So the next big thing for Apple is markets like India, because they're targeting these markets, and even China is starting to mature. So they are definitely targeting these markets, and they have some buyback schemes also with Flipkart, and if you're a Citibank customer, you'll get some discounts and all of that. But the great thing about the iPhone is that
can I see it?
Yeah, sure. Is that it is always very reliable. Even if you buy a Samsung Galaxy or any high-end Android phone, after a year or so, the performance starts degrading. But if you look at iPhone users who are even using older versions like the iPhone 5 or 5S, and they get the latest software update, all of them are on iOS 10, and the experience is more or less the same.
No, yes. I'm sorry. I'm going to be a naysayer over here. I mean, I'm using one of the dinosaurs. I bought an iPhone and I can only afford one like 4 years ago. But you face a lot of problems, and I'm speaking purely as a layperson here. The battery life is abysmal. I think there is not an iPhone user existing in this world who doesn't walk around with this attachment. Is there any improvement on that? Because this is critical for us. We're out of the office. We're not close to a charging point. If I'm paying 92,000, I want this to last me 92 hours, if not more.
So one of the big things is that, like, if you buy the 5.5-inch model,
and this has no wireless charging still, right?
Still no wireless charging, and it's no fast charging also. So the thing is that if you are sort of focusing on buying this large model, then definitely you will get better battery life. This one has a 2900 mAh battery, and Apple claims going from the 6S Plus, this model adds 1 hour of extra usage. On the smaller model, you get 2 hours more usage over the 6S. So Apple has improved it, but there's no radical change in battery life.
And also, you know, one thing that is always said about the iPhone, why most people buy it, because it looks great. You know, the design, we're given a lot of spiel about how it's great design and it's great technology has gone into it. But nothing really has changed in terms of design, right?
Yeah, but you'll have to give it to Apple that this was the phone that really set the benchmark. Now we have beautiful phones because we had Apple, and you know, a lot of them have drawn inspiration from Apple, how metal and glass can really come together and shine and all that. But then again, the next point is that people have made good looking phones. They've started making good looking phones at half the price, and Android smartphones are really picking up. Google the other day, they've launched the Pixel smartphones. Even nowhere close to this, at a very good rate and very competitive phone. I mean,
similar pricing, though. It's going to be launching for 57,000 rupees. The big thing again here is that the iPhone has always been kind of an inspiration for all the other brands in terms of design. And even if you look at the new Google phone, it has certain design elements which are clearly inspired from the iPhone. And Apple has reached a point with its design language where it views an iPhone as an expensive Rolex watch or something like that, where they do not iterate year after year. You'll probably have new editions of the same watch. It's like a new design, like it's like a fashion accessory.
Is it true? You know, a lot of reviews online that I read, you know, they're saying, especially abroad, they're saying that this is just a seat warmer for the 10th anniversary iPhone, which is going to be out next year. So basically, they're fooling us into buying this, and then, you know, we shell out some more, possibly like a lakh, you know, 50,000 for the next phone.
I wouldn't go as far to say that, but what I will definitely say is that they are definitely saving up something special for the 10th anniversary of the iPhone. There's a lot of technology in this phone. There are a lot of features in this phone which sort of set up Apple for the future. For example, they've removed the headphone jack very controversially, because they believe that wireless audio is the future. And I had the opportunity to test out their new wireless AirPods, and they do work quite magically, because you generally, when you're using wireless headphones, you'll first need to go into the Bluetooth settings and pair them. Sometimes it'll disconnect. You'll get all kinds of,
you know, but those AirPods, even I saw them. I mean, of course, I haven't had them personally, but the way they seem, again, are not very practical. It's so easy to misplace them.
So again, one of the things Apple representatives say that because they're design-wise, they are exactly the same to the standard AirPods that come. But because they don't have the wires which sort of create the tension, that's why the earphones sort of come off.
Okay.
So they kind of get stuck in, so they are more stable that way.
Okay, so a lot of people, of course, people who are really crazy about the iPhone would have been reading up about it. A lot of them have lined up. Also, Shivan is in fact outside an iPhone store. What are the people there telling you, Shivan? Are they excited? Do they even know about, you know, what they are in for? Why are they there to buy the iPhone? Are there people already waiting for the iPhone which is going to come at 7 o'clock? And if yes, why?
Padmaja, yes, I'm at just one of the stores here in New Delhi where the iPhone is finally going to be launched. Most of the iPhone loyalists have been queuing up here since the afternoon. As you can see, a red carpet has already been laid out for the premium customers who made their bookings almost last month. And a lot of the people here, some have been missing their classes in college, some are bunking tuitions, because clearly the iPhone is more important to them. I'm going to just take you to one of the boys over here, Tarun, who's been an iPhone loyalist since many years. Hi Tarun, is this your first iPhone?
No, I've been buying it since iPhone 5s. I'm regularly buying it, so now even my parents know that the new iPhone is out there and they have to get it as a routine.
So they just handed you 60-70,000 in your hand and go beta have the iPhone.
I feel privileged that I have so awesome parents that they get me a new iPhone every year.
Okay, at least he knows he's privileged. Okay, I'm going to speak with another boy who's just bunked his tuition to be here. Hi Rachit.
Yeah, hello. So,
is this your first iPhone?
No, second.
Which model of the iPhone are you going for?
7 Plus, matte black, 128 GB.
And when did you book it?
26 September.
How do you know the date?
Actually, on that day, I completed my maths exam and I was so excited that I have to book my 7 Plus.
Yeah, I hope the maths exam went well as well. There are a lot of people here, a lot of commotion, and the gates are going to open at 7 p.m. and the line is just going on increasing until then. Back to you, Padmaja.
No, other than the fact that we have to buy an iPhone because it is an iPhone, is there any specific feature which draws them to this phone, Shivan? Or is it just one of those things that, you know, I have an iPhone and I will quickly at 7 p.m. take a selfie with that phone and put it on Facebook, and that's where it ends? What specific features draws these people to the iPhone? Or is it just the name and the brand, Shivan? All right, so we'll try and get back to Shivan in just a bit. I think there's some rather loud music along with the red carpet there. But let me quickly take all of our viewers. Of course, we've discussed quite a bit about the features already in the iPhone 7 and the iPhone 7 Plus. In fact, the 7 Plus is also here with us in the studio. Quickly take a look at it. Here it is. This one, the bigger one and the smaller one, both of them are already here with us. But what are the features individually in both of these phones that you can watch out for? We get you this report. Watch this quick report about the actual features, if at all that is you care about them, and not just the fact that it's a brand that you covet.
Phones get a refreshed design. There are no antenna lines at the back, and the phones would come in two new colors, jet black and black. The home button has been redesigned with new Force Touch. Both the phones are IP67 certified, which means they are waterproof and dustproof. One of the main highlights of the iPhone 7 is the new 12-megapixel sensor. You get optical image stabilization for better low picture quality, a new 6-element f1.8 aperture lens, quad LED with true tone flash, and a new 7-megapixel front camera. The newest iPhone models will come with a new image processor, which Apple claims delivers better and faster pictures. And as was widely rumored, iPhone 7 Plus gets the dual camera setup. One of the cameras is a wide-angle lens and the other a telephoto lens that can zoom 2 times in high quality without using any software. The telephoto lens means the camera can zoom up to 10 times with software zoom. Apple has ditched the 3.5mm headphone jack. The iPhone 7 and the 7 Plus will come with Lightning AirPods that connect via the same port as the charger. It would also come with an adapter that converts traditional headphones to Lightning ones. Along with the Lightning AirPods, Apple also announced their new wireless AirPod that are powered by Apple's new W1 wireless chip. The iPhone 7 and the 7 Plus run on a new 64-bit 4-core chip called the A10 Fusion. It runs 40% faster than the previous iPhone 6s. The new iPhones also get a bump in battery life and storage. You get a 32GB base variant and a 256GB top variant.
This is iPhone 7.
Bureau Report, India Today.
Okay, so here they are. This is the 7 and this is the 7 Plus. Sahil, just tell me first of all, what's the difference between the two of them?
The main difference is the camera. You get a dual camera system on the 7 Plus.
Okay, here it is.
So it has a 28mm wide angle lens and a 56mm telephoto lens, which kind of enables a 2x optical zoom.
Okay.
And Apple also says that going from the wide angle, the telephoto lens, your digital zoom also improves. And Apple is using a lot of machine learning techniques out there. A lot of artificial intelligence is
What
going.
does that mean in English?
A lot of basically the phone is very intelligent.
Okay.
And it sort of fuses 2 images together.
Okay.
And it can sort of capture information from both the camera sensors.
Okay.
And sort of give you a DSLR-like effect with a blurred background.
Okay, but someone tells me that already this dual camera, which is like a much hyped feature, already exists in some of the cheaper phones.
Yes, it does.
Yes, we've seen it in the Huawei P10.
Huawei P9, Honor 8.
LG also is coming out with one, the LG V20.
Yeah, V20, G5 also added.
So yeah, it's already there, but Apple being Apple, they've added more features and they know how to market it really well. So that's always worked for Apple, you know.
Okay, and you know, I see this theme being repeated incessantly. Shivan, you know, even among the people that Shivan spoke to a while ago, everyone seems to be coming up with the reason I'm here because it's Apple. I'm here because it is the iPhone 7 and it's just the thing to do. You've bought an Apple device once, so you always have to keep buying an Apple device. But tell me, hand on heart, same features, are there other devices, are there other phones in the market which minus the Apple brand would cost you less and have practically all of this?
Okay, firstly, the 2x optical zoom. The optical zoom bit was done by Asus phone a couple of months ago only. It was called the Zenfone Zoom. Some of these features have definitely been there on phones before, but Apple's implementation of these features is the best by far.
What does that mean?
For instance, the way you sort of zoom in, it's very simple, it's very seamless, and the end result, the picture quality is vastly better.
Okay, so I'll take your word for it. Let's see.
But what I've always believed that it was always about the whole ecosystem, how Apple would market it. Like, it was so simple that if you have an iPhone in your hand,
come on, that's just marketing lingo that people throw out.
I feel like in layman's language, like if you have an iPhone in hand, like people have this certain perception.
It's a phone, not a robot.
No, I'll tell you, like, you know, so you have an iPhone. So people will perceive that, okay, this guy is doing well, he earns well.
It's a status symbol.
So let's not fool ourselves. Basically, that's all it boils down to.
That's pretty much, you know, what, you know, how it's worked out for the Apple.
Yeah, which is why you call it the Rolls Royce, because, you know, when it's parked in your driveway, if you can afford a driveway, that is.
Yeah.
But on the contrary, if I have one, people would always ask me, kiska hai? So.
Which is why you have the fancy hat. All right, so we have to head into a very quick break now. On the other side, as 7 p.m. draws closer, we're trying to go across to Shivan yet again and see if there are actually people waiting to buy the phone because of some features that they're attracted to. Quick, just about half an hour away, but we already have our hands on it. Eat your heart out. Quick last question to you, Sahil Gupta. Should I buy a Galaxy S7 Edge or an iPhone, and why? 1 minute.
See, I would go for the iPhone 7 Plus because it's a more durable phone, because the Galaxy S7 Edge has a glass back, and generally if you look at iPhones, they just last you longer. In terms of camera quality, general performance and all of that, both of them are equally matched, but over a period of time you will notice the iPhone 7 Plus will last you better, it'll age better.
All right, then. Thank you very much, Sahil Gupta and Gaurav Upreti, for joining us, and to all of you who can afford the iPhone 7 and 7 Plus, good luck to you. Enjoy your phone. Quick break, more on the other side. Thanks for watching.